Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. We're live once again on Twitch and on YouTube to bring you more Spin and Go content. So the last time I saw you guys on this channel, we were departing for Monte Carlo, which was awesome, I have to say. Monte Carlo, as many people know, not my favorite stop in terms of the destination. It's very glamorous, it's very expensive, it's very fancy. I feel like there's other stops that have more soul, but the one thing you can say about Monte Carlo is it is an excellent poker stop. It really is the place where the high stakes are played, a place where the high stakes players feel confident that they're going to get good games, and the games were flowing. We had a 100K buy-in event. We had a 250K buy-in event. We had a $1 million winner-take-all sit-and-go 9-handed. And, of course, we had the main event. If you guys missed any of that action, go and check it out on PokerStars, twitch.tv/PokerStars or youtube.com/@PokerStars. And go and take a look at the VODs because it was sensational. I think it was 8 or 9 or 10 days of broadcast. I think it was 8 days of broadcast continuously. And it was also no breaks. So you guys don't have to sit through any boring breaks. You can skip straight through. In fact, we've done the skipping for you. Just go and take a look and see if it's something you might enjoy. So when we left, guys, we were still working on our Spin and Go challenge. Still unannounced, still unofficial. Just stick with me here, guys. The idea is that we were going to play a significant volume of spinning goes throughout this year. The idea is we're going to try and play something like 10,000 spinning goes throughout the course of this year, and this is how we've gotten on so far. So we are slowly going up. We're going up a little bit too slowly. Before we left, we had a chip EV of approximately 10 chips per game, which again is nowhere near what I believe that we're capable of, but we have kind of been running into it a little bit more. And I know that based on our previous results, that these results will improve. We just need to play more volume, and we need to hold our resolve in the face of what is a much more reg heavy pool. In addition to that, I think probably just playing more volume will give us a little bit more exposure, and we should be able to avoid another catastrophic downswing, or at least that's what we're going to attempt to do today. So this is a look at the overall chip graph, guys. Don't forget also, if we're looking at this month, you guys can see that we are kind of doing a lot of nothing. So this month should have included some volume from Monte Carlo. Being in Monte Carlo and doing 8 days of broadcast, I literally did not play a single spin and go, which was not my plan, but we're going to try and make up for lost time today. So far, since we've returned, we've won $125. We're actually running significantly above EV. We haven't earned that yet, but I'd like us to get up above break even and into a much more profitable headspace. 113 games played so far this month. We need to probably play like 1,000. So, with no further ado, let's get into our first game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I've kind of said hi to everybody. Thank you, John Edwards, for the tier 1 sub. Hello, Joni. Good to see you. I actually haven't said hello to Joni yet. That's rude. Hello, Raksha. Hello, Salandur. Welcome. Hello, Zintex. Hello, Tom. So, $25 games. Let's do it. Now, guys, on the plus side, something I will note here. Sorry, let me resize the table. I hate that. Something I will note is I have seen what I consider to be a greater number of recreational players, or maybe perhaps a reduced number of regs in the pool of late, and that should assist us in getting into a more profitable chip EV. So keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. I would love to have a really strong session straight out of the gate. I'd like to do a session today and tomorrow. Friday, I believe I will be traveling again for work. I'll be heading up to London to assist with the Hippodrome stream for with Carrie Jane again. But at least 2 days of regular broadcast with you guys here. And then, you know, obviously we'll look forward to more in the future as well. Interesting turn. I think we're going to check and probably end up calling down a fair amount here. And on the river, I think, you know, there's a little bit of everything we can do. Definitely betting is not ridiculous. Against this player who snap checked the turn, I think we probably do slightly better by doing this. We're calling a raise, of course. Cool, lose the minimum. Pretty unlucky run out there for us, guys. We're absolutely smashing the fuck out of this hand. Our opponent has ace high, no draw. Backdoors into the hearts when we back into the second nuts. Cool. In fairness, we probably should have ended up getting those chips in pre-flop. Sergio, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing today? Welcome. Come on. Come on, lads. King of Poker, ISO Bluff. Not really much to be done here. Getting the walk is okay. Up to 4 bigs. Can't play this one. King of Poker's got to call pretty much any 2 cards here. We're pretty nice. It's pretty nice to wake up with 5s where we have the hand dominated that calls. Ace 7 is definitely going to go in the middle here. Man, King of Poker is so good. King of Poker, legit one of the best who've ever done it. Seems like a very reasonable call at the stack depth. Straight flush draw is good. All right, ideally more games with unknowns today would be good. $14 big blinds and a dream. It seems fairly balanced. Turn should be relatively good for us. Trip sevens is obviously somewhat of a concern. I would say the check is probably the best way to extract value. And this is the run out. Okay. We're going to call a river bet. We will call a river bet here if need be. Rake it in. Cool. We get rivered again. We get the chips in. Rivered twice so far. And then 3-bet directly into aces. Hello, John, over on YouTube. Okay, let's try and do this again, where we don't get rivered and we don't 3-bet into aces. Let's try that again, shall we? Managed to not get absolutely wrecked by managed to lose the minimum on both occasions with the overpair and the second nut flush. All right, 3x multi, come on, let's go. Kind of bottom of the deck stuff here. Folded like 15 consecutive hands. Yo, Undersea Monkey, thank you for the resub. 3 months, buddy. A few minutes of hot spin action in between meetings. Let's go. Love to see it, mate. Thank you very much. You brought the good luck as well. We managed to get it in good and turn the set. King of Poker finally takes a small hit. Can we catch him twice? Seems pretty good. Very nice indeed. Spammer Kid next for $75. I feel like we've played a fair amount with this guy so far, but not often enough to have him in the yellow tag just yet. Let's take a flop. I might give this a check raise. This is certainly going to be a check raise territory. All you can eat. All you can eat. Spammer Kid, all you can eat. I think the 9-7 call here is fine. I'd rather not chop the river. All you can eat. All right, 75 bucks in the bank. Next game, please. Let's try and rack up a few more like that. A few more like that, please. Not the Diet Coke. Not the Diet Coke, Undersea Monkey. Not the Diet Coke. What's up, Lime Ricky? Good to see you. Nickel and lime, baby. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm going to start taking some notes here, guys. I want to write down the 6-3 hand we just played. I find this spot kind of fucking infuriating. Don't really see how bet flop bet turn is not really good. Don't really see how we're allowed to call turn. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna pause after this game. We're gonna investigate that one right off the bat. Let's try and get into the flow of our process a bit more here. Let's try and get back into the flow of the process here and not start out on Let's try not to return to Brighton on live tilt. Jose, hello. Good day, all. Hey, Nick, I just want to say thanks for the Chat Pro Poker Show streams. You and Strag made a great team. Looking forward to the next CPT onwards and upwards. Thank you very much, Jose. Very kind, mate. It's really my pleasure. I know Strag feels the same way. We love making stuff for you guys, and it's our pleasure to even just be able to do fun stuff with you guys. So what we'll do is after this game, we will turn off stars, and I want to review the spot with the 6-3 we just played. Strikes me as a pretty good one, to be honest. Put it in a kilo of rice. That's right, Ed. Shout out to Ed K, by the way. Should be a pretty good flop for us most of the time. Yeah, okay. Nine is not a particularly good turn. This is actually a really bad run out completely. Please have a 3. Cool. We saved ourselves a couple bucks here. It's nice. Getting a walk with 10s there is a sad story, but there we are. This is what happens when you play top regs, chat. I'm calling a shove here if we need to. Would have been dominated regardless. Get the chips in with King 8 suited here as limp call. In fact, let's mark this one as well. And we'll do we'll take a little break here, guys. Let's pause right away and we'll take a look at these 2 spots. So we should have 2 hands marked for review. In fact, we have a couple. I'm gonna go ahead and close up Poker Stars now and let's do a quick break. So right out of the gate, guys, it was these 2 spots that I wanted to take a look at. We have 6 tray. Our opponent limps at 15 big blinds effective. We check. We have bottom pair gut shot. When our opponent checks here, suddenly they actually end up not having a 7 that often. They end up not having some 5x. They end up having very few overpairs. They end up having very few club draws because most club draws are happy to bet this flop in anticipation of getting action from the weaker range. 2 overcards club draw seems like a bet most of the time. As played, therefore, I think betting is good for value. We can still get called by ace highs, king highs, overcards, queen jack, that kind of thing, king queen. You know, even traps, ace king, stuff like that. And once we arrive on the turn, I think it's kind of the same spot. So if our opponent isn't going to have a club, 2 clubs that often, and we actually block the clubs and we're blocking the flop straight, I don't really see how, in what universe we want to miss a bet here. Again, partially for value, partially in anticipation of getting hands with significant equity to fold or hands that have significant equity to call is also beneficial for us if they still have, hey, say king queen with a king of clubs or something like that. I don't know if you're supposed to be check jamming a hand like that is the problem, and we end up getting shoved on, and I guess we're folding now, but we're going to take a look at this one. This one we end up limping and then calling a jam. I'm almost positive this is just straight GTO. Let's take a look at both here really quick. So again, just a reminder, we're studying. We've just closed Poker Stars, so whatever we look at in the next couple of minutes is within TOS. So we'll look at the 6-3 hand first. Okay, so they like pre-flop, they like the flop. The turn they don't like. Let's take a look at what the action was preferred. On the flop, check bet seems good. Both seem totally fine. As I said, probably the bet is going to be substantially better on the basis that our opponents will tend to be less balanced when they check here than the computer will. And then once we arrive on the turn, it wants us to 100% check. So this line, it does not exist whatsoever. Let's dive a bit deeper. You know, just because we see that it isn't like that doesn't mean that I don't think it still has significant merit in real life. But, you know, how often is our opponent supposed to be checking small blind here on the flop with a hand like aces, for example? So they just don't exist really because of the pre-flop action was limped. If we go back to the small blind pre-flop here, these hands are all going to be played as a raise, so they just don't exist in this theoretical range. They obviously will exist in real life more. Small blind checking here. Flush draw. So flush draws are actually checking back more often than I anticipate immediately, which is really good to know. In the event that you end up having a flush draw in this node, oh wow. So immediately this is probably where it skews significantly from reality, right? A lot of players playing their flush draws here fast. Over pairs being played incredibly fast here. Over pairs being played incredibly fast here, although they don't really exist that frequently because of the pre-flop action. Flush draw is just calling so often. That's kind of mental. It's because they're so strong up there. That makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool. So then on turn 6-4 specifically, okay, so now I'm really confused because this is showing that the 6-4 is supposed to barrel. Oh, that's the straight, excuse me. Sorry, the 3-6. So in essence, what they're saying is they really like the bet. In the event that we have 6 of clubs, it changes things significantly. So having the club in our hand is actually less beneficial. If you have 6 tray off, you can see here the 6 tray off where we're blocking. We have the pair and we're blocking the flop straight actually is the combo that wants to bet again 1.5 almost 100% of the time. So we're thinking along the right lines here, but the actual club, having the 6 of clubs specifically is not as good as having the 3 of clubs, for example, which wants to go again too. So we're thinking along the right lines. Turns out the 6 of clubs is better played as a check. I guess it just has more showdown. Okay, cool, good. That's fine. We're learning something even if we're not doing well here. And then the pre-flop here I think is pretty straightforward. The only difference is it might be a limp at, I was going to say, it might be a limp at 8 and not at 7. So at 7, the pre-flop with the small blind, king 8 suited wants to shove. If we go up 1 big blind, though, I think it's still played as a limp. Okay, cool. That's the right idea. It's actually still a jam. In either case, we end up losing this pot. And we're dominated on both. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the games. I'm going to have to fire up stars again. Again, just to be crystal clear, Poker Stars was closed for that entire session that we just studied. Okay, let's go again. Let's see if we can't win some chips here, guys. That was weird. Hey, Jules, thank you very much for the follow. You'll see. Obviously, never folding 8s here, guys. If your opponent has 9s, they're going to win a pot. Hey, Florin, what's up? Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you, dude. Yep, never ever folding 8s there. In fact, the 8s will dominate a significant portion of the shoving range. Pocket 9s probably technically not even meant to be a jam there. Just because it's so strong, you're trying to extract more value. If he raises, min-raise, we're going to be all in regardless, so there's really no way out. If your opponent has 9s, there you go. Okay, another spot here we're going to take a little note. So before we move on, definitely something we want to note. So limp button, multi-way 15 effective was 10-10. Totally fine, and you know, I think that it's just one of those spots where Ace-8 is going to be a very, very, very good opportunity for us to be all in there. Like, that's not even really exploit territory. Ace-8 is just a hand that is going to be very good to jam there in general. And we are going to note down if they have traps there. And if they do, their hands become very unbalanced. And generally speaking, they're going to outplay themselves in many spots just by making poor pre-flop decisions. We do have a 10x multiplier, guys. See if we can make this one work for a little boost. A little boost to the bankroll would be nice. We'll go back and review those other hands that we have in our marked hands there later on today. But we need to get back into the flow of our. We need to get back into the flow of our process that we were in before we left. That was going really well for us. Trying to put a little trap in here against King of Poker pre-flop. Two big blinds on the river. We will be calling a 3-bet jam here as well. Sorry, 4-bet, excuse me. Hey, thank you very much, Grind on Tour. Hello, everybody. My name is Nick. Welcome to the Nick Walsh TV channel. We're playing Spin and Goes. If you guys have any questions, get them in the chat, comments, anything like that. Hello. How was the stream today? Grund on Tour. The official Grunders have arrived. Endlich normale Leute. Schnacks Boy, hello, thank you for the follow. Master of Disaster, thank you for the follow as well. Stika, thank you for the follow. Hi, everybody. Hey, Murphy, what's up? I know, we got a nice little spot here. Got a nice little spot here. We are going to start with a 1 big blind continuation bets. Our opponent is not folding on flop. I'm looking for a 7 on this river. Top pair, gut shot. What's up, McFly? Good to see you, bud. Mr. Pink, thank you for the follow. Possibly one of the worst runouts we could have asked for. Really, really, really good. Deuce P, thank you for the follow. Hello, mates. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Couple all-ins here. Getting back to around evens with the other two. Remember that we do end up with second place getting $50 here. First place getting 200. Our track record winning 10x multipliers has been pretty good. This one will fall into this category. Oh, come on, baby. Live cards. Oh, don't you fucking dare. You'd think we could win a flip, mate, with one card to come. Towering Vids, good to see you, mate. How are you doing today? Welcome. Yeah, different opponents for the 10x would be better, Ed. Not two of the best who have ever done it. Hello, Nazgul. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Good to see you, mate. Jack high for the win. All right, let's try that again. Let's try that again, chat. Marcos. Desert sun. I know that you can't see why. Queen high for the win. Can we get a hand to play with here? We can do one of the rare ones, guys. A rare large ISO 4 deuce off. I'll take a walk when we have a tray. Where are we at? 11. This is fine. This is fine. I know that you can't see why. Double gut shot's pretty cool. Double gut shot is pretty swanky. This could be a really good turn. Potentially a catastrophic one. Let's have a little stab on the riv. All right, if we get shoved on, we're going to call against the reg. This is not exactly the flop we were looking for. It's not the worst turn, though. Something like this seems good. Something like that seems good. If Marcos limps, we're going to ship the king for. That was a good spot. It's a pretty good spot for the $100 domination situation. All in with the best hand twice for the win, no good. All in with the best hand twice, no good.
to the God of spin. Kneel before your king. All in button on my desk. Don't you put me to the test. Hail to the God of spin. Kneel before your king. All in button on my desk. I'll push and I ain't so
Hail to the God of spin. Story checks out. Hey, Magakaze, good to see you. Thank you for the good lucks. Gonna need him today. We are gonna need him today. This isn't gonna fly. Jack 9's not gonna go there. Nine, 7 of hearts is a slam dunk push here, though. Watch this. 9? I thought maybe running quads would be fun there. I can say with absolute certainty that is a 100% all-in. Now, in an ideal world, your opponent has ace-king and not queens, but that one's gonna pan out in the wash because the regs will do the same. All the regs will do the same in that spot. All of the regs will do the same there. Down, bucket the down, 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 down. Not gonna happen with the jack tray, I'm afraid. Nope, not happening. Jack 10. This is a little bit more spicy. This is a call against the king of poker. $10-7 does not go. 10-7 off is a push at 9 big blinds effective. Or less. We're going to call a push from King of Poker here, but not from Marcos. King 8 is a slam dunk call here for 4.38 bigs. If your name's King of Poker, you always have me beat, though. There's no such thing as getting it in slight underdog when you're the King of Poker. Always have the edge. The King of Poker always has the edge. Should be a pretty clean bet on the flop here, I think. The delay is also definitely a thing here. When we have no equity, no diamonds. I think Marco's playing a lot of tables here. He's been timing out on all of our tables. Ace-7, baby. It's a decent hold. King 4 is also a go here. Man, it's raining all of a sudden. Really bad here in Brighton. All right, next game. Oh my God. Do you guys hear that? That was really loud lightning. Or really loud thunder, I should say. Well, there goes roller skating. We were supposed to go roller skating today, guys. We're going to call a 3-bet jam here if we need to. Story checks out. Reg v. Reg. Story checks out. Jamie Climbing says, super heavy rain making me not want to go out and work later. Just want to play poker all day. Shame I'm a 10L peasant. I can't supplement my wages with poker. Don't worry about that, Jamie. That's not important. If you want to stay in and play poker, that is totally within your rights. And also, you work for yourself, mate. You don't have to answer to anyone. You drive an Uber, right? You drive an Uber. If you want to take the day off, that's one of the biggest benefits of being employed in that way. It's one of the biggest benefits of being your own boss. If you want to just take it easy, I think you should just do it, man. Man, playing the best in the world all day long feels great, doesn't it, chat? Playing the geniuses all day long. Once we hit the 6, I'm going to find it hard to fold. I'm going to find it hard to fold.
Somebody told me God watches out for the working man. Is it true? I don't know. I only know God sure has a funny way of showing. He watches out for the working man. 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 See, it don't matter in the morning. It don't matter in the evening.
You can't beat him. You can try. You can try and beat him, but he's just too good. You can give it a go. You can give it a try, but nobody really beats him. Nobody really truly defeats him, I'm afraid.
Somebody told me God watches out
Well, I can guarantee you that all those jams were textbook. Reg v Reg, standard, straight GTO. Dominated always. No. That's very true. The pros and cons of being self-employed. Hopefully one day I can make a poker a full side income for days like these. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. It's not a bad shout, my man. But you know what they say about poker? It's a hard way to make an easy living. And today is a testament to that. This game is hard, guys. This game is challenging. Goddamn Nazgul and Marcos all day. The thing is, I can't even be mad at them. They're just two really good poker players. There's no justification for genuine hatred. What happened to my camera now, guys? My camera just died on me. Try that again. I'm gonna say we need a new textbook, thicker and pink colored. I'm down for that. Okay. Nazgul. 10 high with the clubs. I mean, is it even possible to lose his hand? I think it's legitimately impossible to lose his hand. 10 high like a boss? Oh, good thing the clubs didn't come. This is how Nazgul runs, by the way. Blind v blind. 10 high flush draw versus jack high flush draw. We could have lost so much more in that one. Marcus, give us some money here, buddy. Please. It's the right thing to do. Aces with the ace of hearts, eh? Aces with the ace of hearts. Call a big river bluff. They absolutely love when I do this, don't they, chat? Whoa! Hello, Spinning Gold Academy. Welcome to the NickWalshTV channel. We're playing Spinning Goes. At least that's what we're trying to do. Welcome, everybody from Spinning Gold stream. How was your stream today? Thank you for the good lucks. How did you guys get on today? If you guys have any comments or questions, get them in the chat as per usual. And before anyone asks, go on hold, please. Yep, don't know what to tell you, chat. Don't know what to tell you, chat. I'm not sure what to tell you. It's just got to be all in. We're going to try and have a little bluff. Oh, wow. Flush draw versus flush draw again. We are running fucking hot today, guys. We are literally on fire. No, I mean literally. Like dumpster fire. Hello, Swedish Nature. Good to see you. Hey, Nick. How you doing? Enjoyed your commentary a lot last week. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. It was really an honor to be a part of that that particular broadcast for so many reasons. But it was very, very, very particularly fun to do some of those super high rollers, and obviously a chance to send off Joe Stapes with love. Did mean a lot to me. How are you, Swedish Nature? I'm glad you like the music, mate. Paz K is saying, which site is this? This is PokerStars, buddy. I am a PokerStars ambassador, streamer, member of Team Pro. All of the games we play on this channel are PokerStars. Leisure Suit Larry is a great shout. I would love to go back and play that game again. That was fun. Yeah, it was Joe's last stream for the EPT. Don the Dude, thank you so much for the subs. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you again. It was Joe's last stream for the EPT. I mean, maybe not forever, but at least for now, at least for the foreseeable future. Yeah, there's literally just no way. No way we're folding. Oh, fuck my life. Thank you for the hype train, guys. Howdy, I'll be able to watch some mornings. I got laid off, unfortunately, but all will be good. I'm sorry to hear that, Don. But absolutely would love for you to join us. Thank you so much for the support, mate. Hope everything gets sorted out soon. Oh, my God.
Ooh, I put my last $10 in. This game's a game that I can't win. But if I fold, I'm in the win. I don't think it's right to ask you not to play. But if you fold your cards, that's okay. And if you win it, I hope it makes you happy. Ooh, and if you don't, you don't have to tell me. Ooh, chips in the middle, it's a shame the world's so brittle, but all it takes is
I've played Leisure 6 a million times already. So good. They have it on GOG if you want to play it. I definitely need to give that a look. I mean, to be honest, Zintex, as you probably know better than most, I don't have time to be playing any more video games than I already do. And if anything, I should be playing more poker to try and get this challenge on track. But I will definitely get in that.
I don't think it's right to ask you not to play. But if you fold your cards, that's okay. Yeah. And if you win it, I hope it makes you happy. Ooh, and if you don't have to tell me. Ooh, chips in the middle, it's a shame the world's so brittle, but
Tom, thank you so much for the sub. I love you, man. Thank you so much for your support. 6 months, 15 months. Resub 6, 15 months, subscribed. You're the best. All right, can we beat him in one pot today, please? Nazgul. Okay, even it out a bit. I've never played Arc Raiders, but I did want to give it a go. I mean, just again though, I've got a campaign ongoing right now with a friend doing Baldur's Gate, which is the most I've ever enjoyed playing Baldur's Gate, and I find it very entertaining. Oh man, this is probably very close, to be honest. This is probably very close. All right, mark that one for review. That's probably very, very close. We managed to trap him anyway, which is nice. Hey, Lawler, what's up, buddy? Thank you very much. Really enjoyed looking at your pictures, mate, by the way. Thank you for sharing. I think you got a good eye. Some of the camera work was very good. Jack high like a boss. I've only played the first two Baldur's Gates. Is the third one the best one? I have played those games before in the past a little bit, but not enough to speak on that. But generally speaking, people do seem to think that Baldur's Gate is like a bit of a masterpiece. Very, very highly rated, much beloved. The company that made it got a lot of accolades for that. But yeah, I'm doing that. I'm playing some other like side games as well. And I'm not playing enough poker, so I don't really need any more distractions, but I would like to try and play Arc Raiders at some point. What's up, Sensitive Tony? I'm so pumped to watch you tonight. I had a huge day at Adelaide Casino. Had a 6-course meal on the rooftop restaurant, then played 5-10. I was so patient, folded the first 25 hands, then boom, had jacks under the gun. Called a 2x straddle, saw a cheap flop, which came King Jack 10-10 deuce, all inverse Broadway, and the King 10-10-10 full house, which I had beat. The meal was amazing, and the players were so loose, it was easy money. My first live poker in a year. That is fantastic to hear, Tony. Very well done, mate. Glad to hear that the patience paid off. 3,630. Let's go. Fantastic stuff. Well done, mate. I'm going to underrep my hand on the turn here. I'm the Nick Walsh of photography, so the GOAT. Yes. Thanks, mate. Forgot to take the lens cap off. Yeah. There you go. That's me as a photographer. We got called by 10-5 off. King Queen. We can put in a trap here. If he's shoving, we're calling. Can we find a way in this game? We've been all in with the best hand twice. This is a call versus reg. It's like not even close. It's not even close. And it's not even close, guys. Had South Australian king prawns and bluefin tuna. Damn. That sounds delish. We did have two really nice meals when we were in Monte Carlo. One was just an Italian restaurant that I thought was nice, but it was more nice because it was like a nice setting and the company was good. The same is true of both, but the second meal that we had that I thought was really good was Maya Bay, which is kind of famously one of the bigger, nicer restaurants that's nearby the Monte Carlo Bay Hotel. Sushi and sort of Pan-Asian style stuff. It was good. It was good. Hey, Roka, what's up? Good to see you. Ronnie invited me to breakfast every day, so that was lit, but I made sure to get her back with the food of the museum tickets, so it was nice to be cool buds for a week. We get along so well. I have nothing but time for Ronnie and Nesruddin. All day, all year, all week. I really, really like Ronnie. I think she's a lovely person, and I like hanging out with her. She's super cool. A lot of time for Ronnie and Nesruddin. She is super, super fun on tour. I actually think there might be two bets here. Check river. Nice, two bets is good. How much did it cost the sushi? So our final bill for 5 of us, I think, was about 900 euros. Definitely, I would say definitely. We also got Wagyu though as well. The Wagyu is probably one of the most expensive item.
Last chip on the table like the last bad joke. Dealer's eyes, I see.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. The best bit was the guy sort of upsold us that we should get some Wagyu, and Joe was like, "Yeah, let's get some Wagyu." And then he's like, "Right, how much do you want?" And like, Wagyu super expensive, right? Just full stop, let alone in Monte Carlo. So we got, the guy goes, "Okay, cool. So I'll bring you guys some Wagyu." And we're like, "Yeah, well, how much?" He's like, "Well, I think I recommend like 200 grams each," which I think worked out at like 150 to 300 euros each. I can't remember the exact price, but like very, very expensive. And every time, like, he kept sort of acting like he couldn't understand what we were saying. And he was like, okay, cool. So just let me get this straight. So you guys want some fried rice and some noodles and like Wagyu for everybody. And we're like, Wagyu to share. And he's like, right, Wagyu for everyone. And we're like, how much Wagyu? And he's like, oh, I don't know, like, 200 grams each. We're like, no, just one order of Wagyu and we're going to share. He's like, right, one order of Wagyu each, 200 grams each. And we're like, no. Had we just gone, yeah, sure, whatever, it probably would have been like a 2,000 euro meal. Yeah, I don't know. Like the sushi at Maya was good. I would say very good. But like they're like, do you want to get this sharing menu? And we brought us out this beautiful platter of sushi for everybody to share. And they put caviar on the sushi, and it's like, I feel like it's quite an unnecessary touch. I don't think it adds much to sushi. Sushi is already delicious the way it is. A little sprinkling of caviar just to make it more glitz and glam, probably not necessary. Yeah. But the cards don't love me back. One of the courses was Wagyu Tatar, and there was fresh oysters and chocolate cherry dessert dome. Yeah, pretty fancy. It's a fancy place. Yeah, he tried to he tried to bamboozle us, Lawler, for sure. Have I seen Project Hail Mary? I have not. I'm looking forward to watching it. I have it. I have a copy of it. I'm gonna watch it. I have read the book. I read the book before it was even in production, so I know the story and I'm a fan. Pieface says, I thought the food in Monte Carlo was average. I would say it's below average, honestly. I think the food in Monte Carlo in general, as a place, not any particular destination, but like generally speaking, everything is very expensive, and I would say it is average to poor for the most part. This time I went, the Italian restaurant was a nice setting and it was nice company. The food was average. At the hotel, the food has always been kind of average as well at the Meridian. I did have a burger from there, two burgers from there, two different burgers, and they were both very good. And actually, I was kind of impressed. But one was like room service. It was just like a particularly good room service for a burger. One was the one in the bar downstairs, which I actually had like a croissant like bun, which was kind of special. The food at Maya this time I thought was very good, but in the past, not necessarily like blowing my socks off. Yeah, I would say that there are so many other destinations that we go where the food is just always great. Like Prague, I don't think I've ever really had. I mean, like the food in the Hilton is kind of just like hotel food, so it's not like meant to be that impressive, I guess. I would say the food in the Hilton is okay. It's not great, but if you take 2 steps out the door and walk in any direction, you're going to find really good food and like very reasonably priced. That is a winner for sure. I'm marking another hand here, guys. Pie Face Poker, by the way, I was told by a source that will remain secret. Yesterday, last night, while we were on air, somebody came in the chat to say that you're making a return to the streaming streets. Is this true, or is this more pie face rage bait? Swedish says, I've heard it's amazing. Oh, I didn't even know it was a book. I know nothing about it. Read the book. The book is very good. I haven't been able to compare, but I hear that people really like the movie, and I'm kind of with that. Oh, so we make the right call against the first shove, which we have dominated, and then Marcos always has jacks behind, huh? Bruv. I really, really feel like I can't win today. I went to breakfast at the Metropole with Rania, and that place didn't even feel real. The Hilton Metropole? Was that one separate? Because the hotels near the event space was Monte Carlo Bay, and then the next one is Meridian. Call your number on the telephone. Woke up this morning with the fear of my eyes and the cloud in my mind. To get it right. I'll call you, but I couldn't find the words. Fake news. Well, in any case, Pi, I think you should come visit, buddy. I miss you. You should come visit, and we should do some Brighton Festival or Fringe Festival or whatever. They happen at the same time. Won't you please find me out? It was Ferg, to be fair. I don't. I can out Ferg. He came to say goodbye because Strag was doing his sign off for the final Chat Pro Poker Show. Hey Wix, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, and then Ferg was like, "Oh, I have on good report that Pie Face Poker is making a comeback." I was sitting there and I'm like, I can't tell people that I live like this. You can't tell people that you live like that, this lawler. Otherwise, they expect things from you. It definitely wasn't a Hilton. I don't know if... Well, there are many Hiltons that are 5-star places. Metropole is like... There's a Hilton Metropole here in Brighton, for example. Hey, Circadian. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Ferg definitely not known for trolling. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna bluff. I'm gonna bluff here. I'm gonna do an amazing bluff. You guys ready for this amazing bluff? You guys ready for this amazing bluff? How you going, Circadian? So far today, it's been very boring. There's just not much to report. We're kind of flatlining on the EV. But we're going to fix it. We're working on it. But yeah, not all Hiltons are the same. There are Hiltons the world's apart, there are many places. There are many Hiltons that are basically just glorified Holiday Inns. There are a few that are kind of fancy. The Hilton in Prague, I would say, is a nicer one, but it's not a fancy one. The Hilton in Park Lane, for example, is very fancy. Trying to think, what is the nicest hotel? Like, for example, the Arts Hotel. I've stayed at the Arts when we go to Barcelona before, and that's like the big fancy one that's right next door. That's kind of like an architectural marvel. Beautiful hotel, very fancy. Somewhat dated. The interiors are a little bit dated. This fucking Nazgul guy, I swear to God, if he wasn't so good at poker, he would be my arch nemesis. God, geezer never loses. Okay, I'm about to win $125. War a player. War a player. Man, this Nazgul geezer, I swear to God. If he wasn't one of my best friends in poker, if he wasn't a top poker player, he'd be in big trouble. Let's start like this. Let's go like this. I'm going to shove this river if we miss. I'm going to shove this river if I miss. Just don't miss. That's the trick, right? Oh my God. The trap check is so good here, right? Come on. The trap check. Nazgul can never not bluff this river. He absolutely must bluff this river. Send him home! The trap check river. Absolutely rinsed. Nazgul has never missed the opportunity to be all in on that river, ever, in the history of his poker career. In the history of his long and illustrious career. In the history of his long, illustrious poker career. Read him like a book. Absolutely roasted. Absolutely roasted him. Highface says the best hotel that I stayed in for an EPT was H10 Barcelona. That is a nice hotel. That is a really nice hotel, and actually much more modestly priced than the Radisson or the Arts. Yeah, we had some good times in that pool, Pi. Me and Pi got ourselves into a spot of bother drinking pina coladas. King high like a boss? Okay, well, that's interesting. Oh, this would be sick. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this move, chat? Can you imagine this move? Oh! Roasted. Absolutely roasted him. Back to Mordor, Nazgul. Back to Mordor. Any sailors? Oh man, classic times. Classic times. 2, 3, 4. I mean, we gotta lead this one, don't we, guys? We gotta do this. And then we got to do this as well. Yeah, we got to go like this. He might call with a 10. Might call with a 5. But the move is obviously elite tier anyway. I'm going to trap ace 10 here. Jack 5 call there. Fair play. I mean, that's exactly the hand that we're targeting to try and get some fold, so I feel good about it. Feel good about it. The council demands justice for Nazgul. All right, let's see him call with a 5 this time. Let's see him call with a 5 this time. Yeah, against Sir Blackroll, we're going to play the push here. King 7 definitely approved there. All in. I really want to win this 125 bucks. I don't know if you guys can tell. I didn't even realize it was Nazgul that wrote that. The council demands justice for Nazgul. I love you, buddy. I love you. 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 Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Come on now. Look, I'm not being funny, guys. Have I or have I not played my fucking heart out in this game? Like, actually played my absolute soul out. Made the move, not on one, but 2 players on 2 occasions in this game. I made the move twice, and now I'm just going to get roasted here? Trey! Fuck off. You're telling me I bluff Nazgul, I bluff Sir Blackroll, massive spots, massive moves, and then I just like lose 2 flips and that's GG, huh? For 125 bucks, really? So fucking boring. Not justice for anyone, Nazgul. There, that is justice for you anyway, I suppose. We absolutely tramp the hell out of Nazgul in what was possibly one of the greatest poker moves of all time. We bluff Sir Blackroll, possibly with the best hand. And then we just lose the flips, huh? Mate. God, honestly. This game is hard, man. This game is very difficult. By the way, Widoxis, thank you for the follow, and K Brushy as well. I don't know if I'm not getting the alerts, but appreciate the new follows, guys. Sorry, I was distracted putting every drop of my heart into this game and getting nothing back. There we go. Oh, mate, honestly, I really feel like I was supposed to win that one.
About the open road, there's always something new. The world's my oyster. I'm a pearl without a shell. My boots are heavy as they step inside this cheap hotel. I don't fold my cards, baby. I'm all
Strag official, thank you for the sub. How you doing today, Strag? Welcome. It was quite funny saying goodbye to Strag yesterday, knowing full well I'm probably going to see him like another 5 times in the next 6 months. It's not the same as saying goodbye to Stapes. Sorry, I'm thinking of Stapes. He just tagged me in something to say goodbye. Bless him. I mean, of course, I will see Stapes in the future as well, but not as much as my friends here in the UK. Oh my God, it's just never ending. Never-ending string of memes for Nick. Hi, Strag. How you doing, bud? Just give poor old Nick a break once in a while, huh? Someone give poor old Nick a break. This one. I'm all in. Another $100 in my hand. Still want it. Just woke up, kidding? I don't know. These retired folk, mate, honestly, I think they just lounge about all day. You will never see Stapes again. That's right, he's dead to us. Let's play this as a pusher. He told me he plans to ghost you. The real reason he left. I mean, honestly, fair. I don't blame him. Have you seen how I play spin and goes? I wouldn't want to hang out with me either.
I say yeah, just one more spin. Put the rent down like an empty bottle of gin. Oh, yeah. Coffee cup, two-day shirt, pocket kings get buried like dirt. Yeah. I've been broke so long and it feels like work. Now I rake it in, chip by chip, slow and thin. Didn't come here just to almost win. I came to rake it in. Stack on stack to the ceiling. Feels like luck, feels like healing. I was counting pennies, counting cents. Now I rake it in. Rake it in.
Oh, Nazgul giving me a walk. Nazgul giving me a walk here. Never mind. What a player. I am definitely over bluffing these rivers.
Change me, I shrug and say some. Bills get paid on time now, but the past still hung. Money's just a jacket, keeps you warm till spring. It don't fix everything, but it sure helps things. Yeah, I rake it in, chip by chip, slow and thin. Didn't come here just to almost win. I came to rake it in.
Nice hand, senor. Okay, next game. Oh man, guys, that 125 really hurt me. Like, actually played so well in that game, and then it just came down to 2 flips. Like, it's really, really, really lame. It's really, really, really lame. Classic. You really need to make the switch to MTTs. Come on, it's fun. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right, Strag. Don't have the heart for this anymore. Okay, well, I can guarantee that that was not a good move with any combo. I can absolutely guarantee you that there's no hand that you should be check jamming like that. He's definitely missed a draw, right? Definitely missed a draw. Definitely missed a draw. Definitely never has a king. Well, we weren't wrong. He just backdoored into a gut shot. He had a gut shot on the flop, and then he had a gut shot on the turn, and then he made his gut shot on the river. Okay, I understand. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Nice hand, buddy. Well done. Very good. The straight that we block as well. Well, we didn't think he had a king. Just genius poker, I guess. Let's see if we can make it count anyway. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I think you might be right, Strag. Something variance. Something, we're still going to win this game. We're still going to win this game. Still going to make this one work. Wow, okay. We're calling a shove here if we need to. Be nice to catch an ace-5 off jam. Otherwise, we're just going to arrive on the flop here with the nuts. Ace-8 might as well be the nuts on this board, right? Pretty much even stacks going into the heads up here. That's that jump there is so big. You go from 25 bigs to 13, like it's crazy. It's so mental. It's actually kind of insane. Win a flip, Nicholas. I just wanna win a flip, please. Can I just win one fucking flip, please? I'm gonna fire up another game and hopefully we have a better setup here. Yeah, no, two regs. Two regs, I'm afraid. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for either. The hell? Sorry guys, I'm trying to fire up two tables here. What the fuck? This isn't right. Okay, never mind. When I got heads up, he asked if I wanted to chop. Well, no deals. Come on, give him a pair of fours one time. Give him a pair of fours one time. Okay. Yeah. Never folding king 5 here. Which is kind of hilarious because we've just dug ourselves out of a massive hole and then we have a spot that we never fold and we're dominated. So it's like, sure. Sure. Yeah, reg v reg, this is a call. Not too dissimilar from the previous spot, actually. Big deal, O'Neill. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, mates. So we managed to get Moores down to crumbs. Got the chips in good for the win. No good in the all-in. We're going to put in a trap with the eights here. Love to catch him shoving king 4 and stuff like that. Ace 4, ace 5. Just ISO fold is good as well. Under 10 big blinds effective now. So here we take a check. Our opponents will have a king here once in a while, but obviously this is not the worst start for us usually. They should be stopping this board with almost 100% frequency. Gonna check river again here. Ooh, little domination situation with deuces. That's a rare one. Yeah, sure. I very, very pleased to see we had that much equity in that spot. That is pretty nice. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Why do I do it to myself? Why do I bother? All right, guys, so over here we had a raise and a call pre-flop at 15 effective. We arrive on this texture. Could have a little check raise on this board. This would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? If we pick up equity, we can just commit the rest. Just sometimes I like to sit and imagine what it would be like to just always have the best hand. What must it be like to just make speculative calls and just always have the nuts, and this idiot is just blasting off straight into your face? Talking about me, by the way, not Easy Game. Easy Game is a very good player. Imagine your Easy Game and some absolute moron is playing his hand like this, and you just always have the best hand. Like, we have to fight so hard for every chip that we win in this game. Meanwhile, everyone just has a hand. They just always have the better hand. Let's mark this one for review too. Okay, so let's filter for, yeah, okay. Let's put that one in the review category because I'm pretty sure this is good. We have backdoor clubs, backdoor straight draw. I think this is honestly probably very good when they don't literally turn the straight that you're blocking when you pick up equity. Oh man, one day I'll learn how to play this game. Just put a couple photos of the Adelaide Casino food on Reddit, seafood, if anyone ever travels, on Reddit or Discord. Okay, let's try again. I know it's drag. I know. Blockers definitely aren't real. This fucking life tilt spot, man, for real. It's just like, do I anticipate I'm getting called when I shove the turn there once in a while? Yeah, that's kind of part of the equation. How often do they literally turn the nuts when you block it? And then your equity is just cooked. Like, that's just so bad. So annoying. Like, by all means, just turn up with a 10. Turn up with a king. Turn up with 2 pair. Sure. But just the jack 8 turn nuts. No draw. Hope maybe a chop. Let's see if we can catch this guy out here. We made a little bit. He called us with a 6, by the way. Should theoretically be a good spot. Gonna trap 8s. The trap here is very, 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 very unbalanced, by the way. We're doing it specifically as an exploit. We're not gonna do that against randoms. What's up, Dean MC? The guy's 2.5 big blinds and we're still dominated. Can't escape it, chat. We literally cannot escape it. All right, we just got to find our little way in here. We're just looking for one little entry point here. Sneak in, take the chips, get the fuck out of Dodge. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate that, mate. I hope you enjoyed your time away as well. We just need one opportunity to sneak in here and we'll be fine. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. That's pretty good. That's pretty good equity. Don't let me luck behave. Every there's got take moves out the way. All right, I'm gonna fire another game. I don't want to play T-Regs. It's for $100 at least. Okay. Tell you what, chat, screw this. They're both for $100, but let's watch this one. Okay. Get there. Get there. What's up, Pure Gil? Good to see you, buddy. Still waiting to see if we can play some games tonight, by the way. It is also very weather dependent. Hey, Nettie, how you doing? Welcome back. Big Tony, thank you very much over on YouTube. Hope you're doing well today, Big Tony. Thanks for joining us. All right, big money. Oh, I just want a big multiplier against two strangers. Is that too much to ask? To be fair, we are asking for a lot, you know? No coolers. Win your flips. Big multiplier. Weather dependent gaming is wild. So basically, Gilly, here's the thing: is it's gonna depend on the weather because me and Ruthie may be skating, but I don't know. I don't know if you've been watching, but we had hail and now it's beautiful sunshine again. Come on. It's like, it's not even close, guys. King 9 is not even close. King 9 is not even a close push. It's not even a little bit close. They not only always have a hand, we're always dominated, and they always win. Oh my god. It's not even remotely close. I'm excited to get King 9 all in there. That's how good it is. Not dissimilar to this hand here. Syntax says, off topic, is the new Punisher movie out yet on Disney, and has anybody watched it? I have not even seen that it was a thing yet. Not even witnessed it yet. Sorry, Zintex. I was responding to what Gilly said. I haven't seen the film. I don't know if the film is any good.
to the god of spin. Kneel before your king. All in button on my desk. Don't you put me to the test. Hail to the god of spin. Kneel before your king. All in button on my desk. I'll push and I ain't so
Hail to the god of spin. Kneel before your king. All in button on my desk. Man, I confess. Hail to the god of spin. All in button on my desk.
can't wait till I get to
Yeah, Nettie, the weather has been so crazy. It was hailing a minute ago. Oh, you already said that. Yeah, it was hailing. It was nuts. Imagine. Imagine playing poker and nobody ever folds, and they always have you beat. Oh, this might be a good game, guys. Check this out. Imagine playing poker, and every time you jam, they always have a calling hand, and you're always beat. And you never win your all-ins. Selender, thank you very much for the 100 biddies. It's very kind, mate. Thank you. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this weakness, guys. Me just straight folding deuces like a genius. They don't teach that in school, chat. I'll tell you right now. They don't teach you that in chat. Or maybe they teach you that in chat, but they don't teach you that in school. Fantastic flop. Lawler, thank you for the biddies. Of course. Mate, seriously, what is wrong with me? How is it possible to just run into the hand every time? Generational run of just always having it. The itty bitty bitty committee. I sign off on that. Yeah, Nettie, I heard the news. Very sad. Still haven't heard details on exactly what happened, but it's not cool, is it? Not good. Keep it balanced against Nazgul here. Keep it balanced. Keep it balanced against Nazgul. Oh my god, it's just impossible. I had no idea it was possible to just always get called. Every single all-in, always called, always dominated. It's really, really impressive. It's kind of blowing my mind, I'm not gonna lie. It is actually kind of blowing my mind. I'm ready to go skating, babe. Hey, Black Magic, what's up? Good to see you. Ciao, ciao. How you doing? For $100. I mean, Jack high for the win, right? Cool, save some chips. No offense, but your timing for chat responses is kind of funny today. I don't take any offense to that, May. I think that's fair. That's fair. This is an interesting one now. I expect Nazgul to bet flop bet turn here often, but he does size up on the flop for some reason. It's interesting. The hail started again on your... Okay, well, now that doesn't bode well for us over here, unfortunately. It's not bode well for us here in Brighton. I'm just all in against Ace King again with Ace Jack. Oh my god, it's actually... I'm just starting to remember. Just starting to remember... Just suddenly starting to remember how these downswings from earlier in the year started. Just, you're all in with the best hands. You can't win. Then you're all in with a hand you can't fold. Can't win. Blind v blind, you're all in with the right range. They always have ace king. Beautiful. Ciao bello.
I don't know, I only know God sure has a funny way of showing. He watches out for the working man. He watches out for the working man. He watches out for the working man. He watches out for the working man.
All right, guys, 1 or 2 more games, and then we'll do some review. Let's try and make the last couple games all right. Let's try and finish strong here, and then we'll do some review. We'll try and learn something. Go on, nice big multi for Nick here. Okay, last game of the day. 1-2-5, 2 unknown players. Let's finish strong here. Let's make this work. Let's make it work. This can be this could theoretically be a very high scoring game for us.
By surprise, I felt it in my eyes. I see you and I scream.
Okay, no, not this hand. Ugh. Oh God, I can't wait to play. He's going to have a lot of missed draws here. Min-raise pot, the 8 and the 6 probably aren't as important. Do we value cut ourselves here? I don't know. If he has the overpair, he probably just ships the flop, right?
Heading north on 87 with a deck of cards in my hand.
Nice. Whoa, he calls us with Jack 10. Okay, interesting. That is wild. We obviously get max there. There's a chance we get more if we like shove turn or something, but as played, I think once we get to the river, we know that he's probably not very strong. For the 1-2-5. I'm gonna try something here. Unlucky William. Okay, heads up for the 1-2-5. This player seems to be on the more passive side so far. Definitely got to call the turn bet here. I mean, sometimes the diamond is enough. But the 3 obviously having showdown regardless. We're going to start limping super shallow here as well. If this guy is going to be on the more passive side of the spectrum, we can sneak into more VPIP heads up at shallower stack depth. I'm going to take the ace-deuce out here. It's definitely a call theoretically, but I think we're going to try and find a better spot. We've got significant amounts of time in this game as well. In the 1-2-5 specifically. We got a lot more clock to work with. And if we think that he's not shoving the correct range there, we're going to end up getting wrecked a lot of the time. So let's just stick to our game plan in position here. The Jack 10 as well obviously is a call there theoretically, just a couple moments ago. At some point we will start calling with aces, but I'm trying to take out the absolute worst of them. We can shove an ace-3 here as well. But we're sticking to our game plan. Hey, Frankie Jax, what's up? Thank you for the good lucks. Trapping ace queen. Trapping ace king. He has been attacking our limbs more aggressively than anticipated. Not bad. Okay, we got a call with any 2 cards here. Frankie Jack says, don't you think it's better to jam pocket 5s, 10 big blinds heads up when you perceive the villain is too tight? Honestly, yes, probably. Very probably, mate. Yeah, tighter passive. Yeah, the trap goes down in value for sure. Yeah, just a hand with too much equity here to fold at such a shallow stack depth. We won't be folding ace 8 though. This one is definitely strong enough. Spade. I've had this guy all in how many times for the win? How many times do you want to get a player all in?
I put my last $10 in. This game's a game that I can't win. I don't think it's right.
We've had this guy all in for the win how many times this game?
But if you fold your cards, that's okay. And if you win it, I hope it makes you happy. Ooh, and if you
1, 2, 3. 3 times in one game for the win, no good. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some hands for review. All right, so just to put this in perspective, guys, this is our month so far. I say month, sorry. 2 days of play, like this isn't actually like a whole month. This is our this was today. This was today. This is us running above EV. This is us losing every single all-in encounter all day. So let's go ahead and do some review now. Let me make sure, close up PokerStars. PokerStars is now closed. So we're gonna do some review. We're gonna use some advanced tools, but we're doing it with PokerStars turned off because we don't use fancy tools while we're playing, of course. Okay. Let's do some review now. Players all in. Around 12 big blinds effective. This guy goes all in. I'd be very surprised if we're folding ace jack. Let's just double check this one. Yeah, perfect play. Still, you will not be surprised to see that we run into ace jack and ace queen in this pot. All right, ace 5. We are 12, 11, and 11.3 big blinds effective. I think this is 100% jam. Again, these aren't spots that are really subject to too much variance in terms of what we do against different players. 100% accuracy. As I've said in the past, guys, I'm not... I do not believe that we just follow what the computer says 100% of the time. But in situations like this, especially in these multi-way pots in low multipliers, like you're never going to miss this one. This one is like isn't even remotely close. But it is good that we double check our work in these spots. So interesting one here. We raise and there is a shove. I'm almost positive that once we raise Jack 10 suited, we have to call it off. This one actually might be a bit closer. Let's take a look. This was reg v reg, by the way, so we're just going to follow what the rule says. 100% accuracy. It's good that when we mark these, some of them are turning out correct. So here was a limp. We decided to check back. Our opponent has a continuation bet on King 9-7. Now, the interesting thing about this is our opponents will have a lot of bluffs. Our opponents will have a 9 or a 7, but they won't have as a king as often as you might think. A lot of the kings are played aggressively. Now, again, this is reg v reg, so we can assume that the ranges are going to be pretty close. And therefore, we are supposed to be check raising some of our hands like backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. So I do think that this is acceptable. The idea is that if we pick up equity on the turn, we're going to commit the rest for pot. So we leave ourselves with 6.15 into a pot of 6.12. We make the move, but our opponent has just turned the nuts. Because, like, why the fuck not? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. This one, again, I think probably is going to be more exploit than it will be straight GTO, but I'd be interested to see how close we get. Okay, so on the flop, they don't like it at all. Let's take a look. So let's take a look at the whole spot again here. And let's study it from here. Okay, so we're being too aggressive here on the flop. Once our opponent bets, there are check raises. The check raises are comprised of (10-6) is a gut shot. That makes sense. 9-6 is happening at a decent frequency as well. Jack-6 is an interesting one. That's backdoor hearts, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. So we're thinking along the right lines. It's just that they prefer us to have the blocker with the jack or the or like a queen, for example. That's another one. The backdoor hearts, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw there. So we're drawing up from the wrong pool, but we're thinking along the right lines here. But this one is otherwise more of a punt. Good to know. I'm assuming that King 9 is going to go here, guys. So basically 10 big blind shove. We're both shallow. We both have around 5 or 6 big blinds each. I'm pretty sure this one is correct. Let's just run that one as well. We've been studying a lot of these ones. I'd be surprised if that was wrong. That one's correct. Pretty sure we were dominated here too. Oh, that's right. We actually dominated the player that was all in, and then the big blind had us dominated because that's how it works. This one is probably going to be very close. Queen 10 is definitely a push at 8 big blinds effective. If we fire up the NickWalshTV chart pack, we can look at this one pretty straightforward. In fact, let's do this through Wizard because it is an uncomfortable spot with the stacks. Yeah, cool. So we do make the correct fold here. But I'm almost positive that Queen 10 is a shove. So the range here includes Queen 10, but not Queen 9, correct. Okay, cool. So we've got that spot on as well, even though we know it's close. So this one's pretty straightforward, guys. Part of the reason why I'm investigating this one is just because, you know, when you feel like you're just getting run over, it's important that you're not missing these basic spots. So we defend the 5-4 suited and we arrive here. Our opponent bets around half pot. I still think we need to call with pretty much any pair. They barrel the turn and we fold. I'm just assuming that this is basically textbook, but if I'm missing something, I really want to know it because I feel like some days you just feel like you can't win a pot and you're like, maybe I'm just over folding or whatever. No, 100%. Nazgul is asking about the turn 10. Let me try this one sec, guys. I've closed the hand now, mate. I'm not sure if I'll be able to open again. Maybe I can go back into it. No, I'm not sure I'll be able to find it again now. Sorry, buddy. I hid the hand already. All right, so King Jack of Spades, all in, all in. I'm pretty sure that we have to call here. Basically, we timed out of this one, but it's gonna be close. I think we just have enough equity to call with the King Jack of Spades here. Yeah, that's fine. We were gonna call. We just timed out on this one. That's why I tagged it just in case we didn't get a chance to review. Our opponent bets, we call. Our opponent bets big. We have to call again, I think. And our opponents, we decide to lead this river for 2.5. First of all, I think everything up to the river is standard. On the river, it's more of an exploit, but let's take a look at that and see if that's a thing. I feel like I've seen this pattern before, but everything up to the river is going to be standard, I assume. Yeah. Okay, so on the river, what's the land? Do we just check again? I would assume that we're supposed to just check again. Like I said, the lead on the river is not something I would expect GTO to agree with, but I do think it is a good exploit. Yeah, so checking pretty much 100%. The lead 2.5 thing does exist, but it's such a low frequency, it's not really a thing. The thing is, how often are we supposed to be getting raised as a min raise? That doesn't really exist. All right, so conceptually, like, yeah, pretty much we get the idea. Just out of interest, going back to that, let's say that we actually study that one again. Let's say that we start from here. And we play it as a check. I mean, GTO just wants us to check call the shove, I guess. So big blind. Check. All in. Jack 10 call. I mean, yeah. So it's going to depend on the suits, probably. If we have clubs, it makes it a fold. Everything else is a call. Yeah. Story checks out. All right, ace-6, limp, and we jam. I'm pretty sure this is GTO. If you guys missed it, we just limp jammed the ace-6 versus ISO. Yes, it's definitely a thing. We do it more with these and with our weaker stuff. The ace-6 is less frequent, but it's still definitely a thing, especially against a player like Nazgul, who is really good at poker. Pretty standard again, I think. Against SVM in particular, against a reg, I think this is pretty textbook. Okay. Yeah, look, we're doing a lot right here, guys, but it's been a brutal session for us today, unfortunately. Look, at the end of the day, just wasn't our day, and it was just boring. I felt like we were smashing our head against a brick wall all day long and just not getting anything done. We're not really winning any EV. We're definitely losing some money here, but tomorrow is another day. So I'm going to clock off for today, guys. Tomorrow, around 2 p.m. UK, I'll be back online with a renewed sense of purpose and a strong desire to play poker, and we will take the world by storm. If you guys do want to see it, this is our filter for the year so far. And we're making progress. We're building out of these two massive downswings that we experienced earlier in the year. They were massive downswings in EV, I should say, and less so in actual chips. But, you know, if we filter this from last year, so let's do a date range. Let's say January. Let's say January the... Where's the filter? From here. This is since the start of the merge. Apply and then remove the 10 big blind. There you go. So overall, guys, since the Spin and Goes have merged, since we are playing more Spin and Go Flash, we're definitely heading in the right direction. I still think that there is a lot on the table that we are not picking up. I had a very short session with Texas Tomo the other day, reviewing some of my frequencies, some of my data, you know, some of my stats, and we're like doing the thing. We're like doing the thing. There's always room for improvement in any form of poker, but you know, like we're actually basically hitting the numbers that you would expect. We're hitting the frequencies that you would expect, and there's very little that's wrong with our game. So alongside probably what is a much tougher field as we've climbed, I would say the 25s are very, very reg heavy at the moment. We've just had a kind of a shit year, to be honest. To be winning around 10 chips per game is like, it's just not a thing that is sustainable. Like there's no chance that we're winning 10 chips per game after all the years of progress that we've made, and after having like a chip EV of like 18 finishing the last challenge. It's not a thing. We just need to play through the variants, and we're going to have a bunch of upswings that will put us into their cracked territory. As I said, we've played less than 3,000 games this year. We're going to play 10,000. By the end of 10,000, we should have a very clear idea on where we are. So I'm going to play some volume, and we'll get through it. Yeah, hopefully we can skate now, but we'll take a look. If you guys check out my social media, and maybe we'll post some videos of us skating if it's not too wet. But yeah, clocking off for now, guys. See you tomorrow. Love you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ciao for now.